Nigeria's First Lady, Oluremi Tinubu, launches Southwest National Community Food Bank Program in Ogun State. Inaugurate Muhammadu Buhari Estate. Others. Ogun State government inaugurate a steering committee to shape its industrial policy. And on the foreign side, Iran bans online debate show over fake information.
Also on the news, Nigeria's foreign reserves hit $57.5 billion, highest in 17 years. I'll bring you details of these and other stories when I return on the business segment of the news. I am Dominic Agbea.
And on sport news tonight, French football legend Patrick Vieira named Senegal head coach. This I am Moses or Jewumi. Stay with us.
Anyone who has ever made anything of importance was disciplined. And this is to remind you that you can watch us live on Facebook at OGTV and Ogun State Television, YouTube at OGTV Abeokuta, and on OGTV website www.ogtv.com.ng/live. And for the latest news and reports, you can check us on these platforms: X at OGTV, Instagram at Ogun State Television, or download OGTV app on Apple Store and Google Play Store. And now to the details of the news. President Bola Tinubu has described Nigerian universities as critical partners in the federal government development agenda, saying that they must produce graduates capable of responding to the realities of a rapidly changing global economy. Declaring open the 37th Annual Conference and General Assembly of the Committee of Vice Chancellors of Nigerian Universities held at the University of Ilorin, the president charged Nigerian universities to move beyond the traditional focus of awarding degrees and reposition themselves as centers of innovation, practical skills, research, and national development. Represented by the Minister of State for Education, Professor Swabat Saidu Ahmad, President Tinubu said the country could not achieve sustainable economic transformation without corresponding investment in human capital. According to him, Nigerian universities must produce graduates who are not only academically sound, but also innovative, ethical, digitally competent, entrepreneurial, adaptable, and capable of solving real-world problems. He challenged university authorities to reconsider the quality and relevance of graduates being produced, particularly in an era dominated by artificial intelligence, automation, biotechnology, data science, renewable energy, and advanced manufacturing. The president also called for stronger practical training in Nigerian universities, noting that academic knowledge must be completed by hands-on experience. The First Lady of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, has described the National Community Food Bank Program as a part of a renewed effort to combating child malnutrition and to supporting vulnerable households. Senator Oluremi Tinubu made this known during the zonal launch of the program in the southwest in Makon Shagamu local government area of Ogun State. The intervention is a federal government program and was established to support vulnerable households by distributing to them food items. In their remarks later at the June 12 Cultural Center, Kutora, Abeokuta, Senator Oluremi Tinubu expressed the hope that the food bank initiative would help reduce the hardship faced by many Nigerians, describing it as a key intervention designed to support communities in need. While commending Governor Abiodun for his commitment to the initiative, Senator Oluremi Tinubu also said the food bank, which cuts across the state, remains significant for every children to be well fed. In his speech, Governor Dapo Abiodun commended the First Lady and the Renewed Hope Initiative for extending the National Community Food Bank program to Ogun State. He also assured that Ogun State would continue to support initiatives aimed at improving the welfare of residents, strengthening food security, and promoting human development.
The extent of the states and entity reflects a compassionate national outlook which recognizes that vulnerability and understanding that the answer to hunger cannot depend on food distribution alone. Through the Every Home a Garden initiative and the promotion of young farmers clubs, you have encouraged families, women and young people to participate actively in food production. The journey towards national food sufficiency can begin with a small garden in a family compound. A school farm cultivated by young hands or a woman empowered to produce enough to feed her household and support her community. It's helping to move social intervention from challenge to capacity, from temporary assistance to lasting and sustainable dignity.
Minister of Agriculture and Food Security and Social Cedars.
The food bank that hands out food solves the meal. The food bank tied to a farm solves the season. That is the real significance of the community food bank program. The shelves will be stocked from Nigerian farms for the same intervention year one. Prevention, the care of vulnerable Nigerians, women, children, maternal and newborn and child care, community-based service delivery. That is key to the success of our country and achieving prosperity in its future.
Earlier in his welcome address, Secretary to the State Government, Tokunbo Talabi, said the program is a reflection of the state social intervention program to improve people's livelihood. Alake and paramount ruler of Egbaland, Obadidotun Aremu Gbadebo, among other traditional sufferings of the people. Details of this report will be brought to you in a subsequent bulletin. Meanwhile, Senator Oluremi Tinubu has commissioned 2 major projects in Abeokuta. She also took effort at improving access to quality housing and healthcare services in the state. The commissioning ceremonies of initiatives. Bomi Adigun completes the report.
History has been made in Ogun State under the progressive administration of Governor Dapo Abiodun.
This First Lady of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Buhari Estate, completed by me, Dapo Abiodun, on Tuesday, 18th of August 2026, in Bega, Ìpínlẹ̀ Ògùn.
Expressway, a completed estate stands as a testament to the state government's commitment to delivering quality, sustainable housing and driving urban regeneration.
I don't want to rate him because I'm part of the city to see the quality of housing scheme the man brought into Ogun State. You can see, like I was here yesterday, I was talking to someone in abroad. I was like, where are I? Am I in Lekki? I said, no. This is Abeokuta. Are you joking? He said, no. I said, I'm in Abeokuta. He said, no. So I left here, I had to go to the one opposite the governor's office for him to know that it is not just this. We have many like that.
115 units. It comprises of 4 bedrooms, fully detached and semi-detached. The fully detached have BQs in them, and they have 2 different typologies. Sitting on a land size of about 750 to 900 square meters. It's modern in terms of its architecture, it's modern in terms of its programming, it's modern in terms of its infrastructure. You have grade 1 infrastructure here, street lights, fiber one, water, power 24/7, so name it. I mean, look at the sizing of the roads, for example. That shows you the kind of luxury that we're giving our subscribers.
Immediately following the Housing Commission, the First Lady's convoy, accompanied by Governor Dapo Abiodun, proceeded directly to another landmark facility. This ultra-modern 250-bed specialist health facility was also inherited from the previous administration and successfully completed by the current government through an innovative public-private partnership revived to meet world-class clinical standards. The facility has now been officially named the Gateway Medical Center of Excellence. To round up a profile walking visit to the Gateway State, the First Lady also launched the Zonal National Community Food Bank Program, overseeing the direct distribution of vital resources to vulnerable residents. This multi-sectoral tour underscores a deepened collaboration between the federal and Ogun State governments, reinforcing a shared commitment to uplifting healthcare, social welfare, and infrastructural development for the benefit of all citizens.
Group on the development of the Ogun State Industrial Policy and Implementation Plan 2027-2036 is all-encompassing. Sponsor, German Agency for International Cooperation (GIZ), as its members drawn from the political class, organized private sector, Manufacturers Association of Nigeria, MEN, MSMES, academia, research institutions, representatives of NGOs and civil society organizations, representatives of women-led organizations, and leaders of Joint National Association of Persons Living with Disabilities. Please aim at providing workable technical policy guiding industrial setup in Ogun State at the expiry of the existing one.
Both the steering committee and the technical working groups to the good of God and for the betterment of Ogun State, while urging you all to work together with the spirit of partnership, professionalism, and shared responsibility.
Commissioner for Industry, Trade and Investment, Mr. Bola Shofela, said it is not a fluke. Ogun State has surpassed any state in Nigeria in industrial growth.
For providing, infrastructure to all those things that also enable business, making the business more conducive, so that we are not only talking about the things of today, even the country is all evolving.
Stakeholders in
what the labor is saying is that there is a need for this type of interaction, because we're supposed to produce factories that are productive, where workers' rights will be respected, where casualization will be prohibited.
This industrial policy is going to take care of so many things, so many indices that...
In the first place, a person with disability is the inclusion we've been clamoring for.
Professor of Economics, Obafemi Awolowo University, Ile-Ife. Professor Lekan Yunusa is provide data, workable Adefowura Adesanwo, OGTV News.
Congratulated as the governor of Osun State, choice of the people of Osun State, noting that the outcome of the election has once again demonstrated the strength and resilience of Nigeria's democracy. He commended the people of Osun State for their peaceful conduct before, during, and after the election, urging all stakeholders to continue to place the peace, unity, and development of the state above partisan interest. The Ogun State governor also commended President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for demonstrating that he is a true Democrat by ensuring a level playing field for all the political parties and candidates who participated in the election. According to him, the president's commitment to democratic values and the independence of the electoral process has further strengthened confidence in Nigeria's democracy and demonstrated that the ballot remains the most important instrument for determining the choice of the people. Abiodun also congratulated all the candidates who participated in the election, except the outcome in the spirit of sportsmanship. He wished Governor Adeleke a successful second term in office and expressed confidence that he would work with all stakeholders to advance the development and prosperity of Osun State. As chairman of the Southern Governors Forum, Governor Abiodun reaffirmed his commitment to promoting democratic values, good governance, peaceful coexistence, and regional cooperation in the overall interest of the people of Southern Nigeria. Still ahead, Kano State government bans administration of intravenous fluid, blood transfusion at patient medicine stores. More news and report after the break. Do stay with us. Glad to have you on the second segment of the news. The federal government has reaffirmed its commitment to tackling food shortages and unemployment in the country through agriculture and livestock development. The Minister of Livestock Development, Idi Mia, stated this at the second international conference of the Agri-Food System Stakeholders Forum at the University of Port Harcourt. The forum, organized by the Agricultural Policy Research Network, focused on solutions to food insecurity, poverty, and youth unemployment in the country. Represented by the Director of Ruminant and Monographic Development, Victor Igbo. Ruminant and Monographic Development, Victor Igbo, Meher commended a parent for organizing the conference. He called for continued collaboration among stakeholders to advance agriculture and urged relevant stakeholders to support the federal government's coordinated national livestock development agenda. According to him, the initiative would boost agricultural productivity, create jobs, and restore citizens' confidence in the sector. The federal government has announced the evacuation of another 83 Nigerians from South Africa, with the returnees expected to arrive the Murtala Mohammed International Airport, Lagos, on Wednesday. In a statement, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs said the returnees would travel on South African Airways, departing the Oliver Tambo Airport in Johannesburg and arriving in Lagos at approximately same day. The ministry said the latest batch was facilitated through the intervention and sponsorship of flight ticket by public-spirited private individuals whose support is acknowledged with gratitude. The development comes after conclusion of the federal government's voluntary repatriation program, which saw early 1,490 Nigerians repatriated from South Africa amid rising xenophobic attacks and anti-foreigner sentiment in the country, to tackling food shortages and unemployment in the country through agriculture and livestock development. Also, 128 teachers have been inducted by Ogun State Universal Basic Education Board. Chairman of the board, Evangelist Olalekon Ifede, reiterated the board's commitment to ensuring that every child in public primary schools can read, write, and communicate effectively. Margaret Okunlola reports that the newly
providing practical interventions to support these objectives.
In attendance were staff from the State Universal Basic Education Board, education officers, representatives of Association of Primary School Head Teachers of Nigeria, Nigeria Union of Teachers, Head Teachers General, state dignitaries and functionaries, including the State Commissioner for Education, Science and Technology, Professor Abayomi Aribabu, who all jointly gave advice in their various capacities to the newly inducted head teachers.
For us as head teachers in the primary school, our responsibility is more. Those students, the learners are still at a level when they will listen to you. You must be determined to make what? A change. When you get to a school, don't leave that school the way you met it.
A qualified, potential,
and encouragement to all teachers. Both retired and serving teachers.
With the theme, there was a lecture delivered by a retired board secretary, Olubori Akinleye. The inductees were posted to various public primary schools across the state to resume duty as soon as school resumes the 2020 OGTV News.
The Kano state government has banned the administration of intravenous IV fluids and blood transfusions at all patient medicine health institutions, management agencies, clinical retail outlets, and are therefore not authorized to perform invasive medical procedures. According to the agency, the ban applies to the administration of IV drips and blood transfusions under any circumstances, regardless of the nature of the medical situation. Reaffirming the government's position, the acting executive secretary of HIMA, Hajiya